Hello everyone, welcome to Igloo Engineering with Miss Kelly from the Grimes Public Library. Today we're going to try to build some igloos out of all kinds of materials you can find around your house. My first challenge is for you to try to build one out of ice cubes. This one is definitely for older kids. It takes a lot of patience. You're going to dip your ice cubes in some water to get a little bit of moisture on them and layer them inside the freezer, closing the door in between each layer to let it refreeze and build your igloo up. Mine is not perfect, as you can see, and it's got lots of holes in it, but it did stand up for me with lots of patience and time, again, in between those layers. So stack your ice cubes, dip them in water to make them stick, close that freezer door, or stick it outside if it's cold enough, and then give it a chance to refreeze before you put the next layer on. My next challenge, this one would be appropriate for all ages to build. This is a Play-Doh igloo. So what we found when we were researching igloos is that the Inuits, when they build igloos, actually cut the blocks of snow out of the compacted snow that's in the ground, so underneath their feet. So we compacted our Play-Doh, and then we cut them into nice sized blocks, and of course you can kind of cut them off and reshape them, and we started stacking. What we found immediately is that too big of an igloo is not going to work, so we started making it smaller. And then we also found that the Inuits also cut an angle into the tops of their snow blocks as they're building that helps the igloo structurally get the right shape. So I used, again, that plastic knife to kind of create an angle on the top of my blocks and go up, and we were working quite hard as a family, Miss Kelly's family working together to do this. This is kind of what we ended up with. It looks a little bit more like a tower. So we tried again and we came up with this one. What we found at the top is we had to cut our blocks with a little bit of a different shape, with that short edge towards the top middle. That would be where the campfire would come out for ventilation, and then the longer edge at the bottom to create sort of that dome at the top, and that worked really well. The other way we used Play-Doh is we just rolled it out flat, we carved it into sort of a dome, and then we used our tools to, of course, shape some Inuits and sleds and made it look like it had cubes in it, but it was just a flat piece of Play-Doh. The next thing you can do is to make one with marshmallows, and this one you get to eat when you're done. So dip those marshmallows in water just like you did with the ice cubes. They make some kind of glue and stick together. Of course, might not be perfect, but you do get to eat it afterwards. Super fun. You can also try mixing toothpicks and marshmallows together. My last example that I did was with some building blocks or Lego blocks, and you can do this with any kind of blocks that you have around your house. Try building an igloo out of books if you have enough books in your house, and it can be a really fun project for the whole family. So what materials are you going to find? Cotton balls, paper, toothpicks, straws, milk jugs. Stay tuned for the rest of our video, for the rest of the playlist, excuse me. There's some external resources that I added to the end of this video from YouTube that are going to show you Inuits building an igloo, and also give you some more really great information about igloos. So enjoy, happy building, and we'll see you next week from the Grimes Public Library.